All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to one of PJ's latest videos. It's actually the one when CJ So Cool went on this podcast. It's called the Facts Podcast. I think he says he co-owns it or something like that. And he was talking about the shooting incident at his house, the home invasion. And then he actually started talking about his relationship with Lexi and how that came about. So I figured let's just hear what PJ had to say, since he's already covering CJ So Cool. This way we get to hear two different individuals at the same time, not just what CJ So Cool put out there, but as well what PJ's is going to be talking about. PJ's been going off on royalty nonstop. This has got to be like, boy, I lost count. This has got to be like the 90th video. Remember when he said he apologized to royalty? That was probably like 10 videos ago, but he apologized to royalty maybe like 6 or 7 different times already. And I told you, that man ain't gonna stop, all right? He's getting a lot of views talking about royalty and CJ So Cool. He's just not gonna change it. See, PJ does it for clicks and views. Like when I do videos, I do it because I'm reacting to what's going on with different channels. But PJ out here, he's not picking up traction when he talked about Adam 22 from No Jumper a couple days ago. I think it was like 2 days ago. So he has to keep going on royalty and CJ So Cool. But let's check out this video.
Man, y'all see who we got on the screen. We got that boy CJ So Cool, man, and he just did a podcast interview, and I don't know if you watched this, but you can go check this out at the Facts Podcast. It's about 33 minutes long. I mean, he's gonna give you some good content. Some of the stuff you've already heard before, but you can hear it in conversation form. You know what I liked about this interview is that it was a conversation. I think I don't know who the host is, but he really made CJ feel comfortable in so many ways. Like if you watch the show with him with CJ So Cool on Trick Daddy, it was some things that Trick Daddy was saying. You could tell CJ was like, "Ooh, I don't want to touch on this," you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this guy really made CJ feel comfortable enough to talk about this story, and that's what I'm about to bring to y'all. But after the first story, though, we're gonna talk about how comfortable he made CJ feel in the second story. But let's get to this first story. CJ, we're gonna talk about big royalty. Oh, before I talk about big little royalty, because she ain't big little royalty. Before I talk about little royalty, let me tell y'all. All right, y'all. I know a lot of people, a lot of haters out there was talking about me body shaming a big girl, but no, I was actually encouraging her to get in the gym and lose weight. I told her she could go out and run with me. See, y'all need to stop encouraging people for being unhealthy. It's not that serious. Like, everybody don't got a medical condition. Some people are just lazy, okay? Let's call it what it is. If you're big and lazy, you need to do something about it. Now, if you do have a medical condition, which I doubt a lot of you do, but once you get too big, you start to get diabetes, you start to get high blood pressure, but you can do that with a little bit of diet and exercise. You can fix that up. You know, I may be a bigger person, but I was always slim. I like my size. My woman like my size.
I mean, I agree a little bit with what PJ is trying to say about like exercise and diet and all that. That's great. But there's a lot of people like he's trying to say, oh, some people are lazy, some people don't have medical conditions. That might be true. You know, some people might be lazy. But also trying to say that with diet and exercise, that's going to fix everything. That's not going to fix everything. I know a lot of people that do a lot of exercise. I go to the gym and I see pretty much the same people, and they're pretty much doing the same, exercises, and they don't look any different. So it's not like diet and exercise really changes everybody's physique. It might make them feel a little bit more healthier. They feel like, they're working out their different organs or whatever. But a lot of people do diet and exercise and still don't go anywhere. Some people do, but again, it's just like what he's trying to say doesn't work for everybody either. So just because you're trying to take down the excuse, oh, well, people got medical conditions. Well, not everybody that exercises is going to lose weight or look like they are losing weight.
In fact, a lot of women like my size. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see why everybody talking about me fat shaming and y'all come around calling me fat. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense for you to fat shame me when you mad at me for fat shaming another person. It's just a hypocrisy, okay? And then you want to talk about another black woman. This is what we're using. The black woman is a pregnant woman. Y'all want to talk about hubby? Come on, man. See, this is why I'm not taking back no more. When I talk about somebody's weight and stuff, I'm not taking it back because y'all have y'all in the comments and all this. Everybody got fingers, but y'all won't pull up on no video and let me talk about y'all. Y'all hide behind the cameras. You know what I mean? You hide behind the scale.
Oh, so PJ's taking direct shots at me because you can tell with that comment. I guess he didn't like one of my videos. That's what it is, PJ. I get it. And you keep talking about haters this, haters that. Well, what you're doing is haterish. Like 99% of his videos now, all his recent videos, folks, are all about royalty. Go check out his channel. Like, what he just did a video about a no jumper. That was like probably like a day or two ago, something like that. But then the rest of them all, I'm talking about 99.9% of his recent content for the last 2 months now has been nonstop about royalty. And the only reason he's doing it is because he's getting a lot of clicks and views. So he's not really concerned about royalty or anything. So it does look like you are hating on royalty, my man.
Cameras, you probably fat yourself, you know, and that hurt your feelings. I understand that. But you can't sit around and talk about people's wives being fat and then talk about other black men and black women.
First of all, you were the one that started this whole thing talking about fat people. Like, I was like, why is this man even talking about people's weight? That has nothing to do with any conversation. Now he's just trying to dig deeper into it to make more content out of it. What does her weight have to do with anything? You started this whole mess. And now you're trying to basically take shots at everybody's weight now. It's like this dude is a clown.
And then all of a sudden you against being people fat shaming, or now you against people talking about black women. Now we're not gonna do that. So y'all need to stop with the. I don't understand why y'all be following hypocrites and racist people. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to listen to the haters that watches this, because we're gonna get to my everyday people.
When PJ has no legit argument, he just pulls out the race card. It's always either you're racist, you're this, you're that. And if you look at PJ's relationships, like just look at his kids. He posts them all over his social media on Facebook and Instagram. Like, look at the color of them. So who is the racist? This man is attacking a black woman. He has like literally probably like 70 videos in a row attacking royalty. It's not like, I don't even think it's hating at this point. I don't even think it's obsession. It's more like stalking. And then he dropped another video talking about her daughter. Like, what happened to what he said before, that kids are off the table? Why are you so concerned about what royalty's daughter is doing in school? Like, this man is all over the place. He's just so concentrated on these clicks and views that he's literally created a space in his house now to do these videos, like to just bash royalty. I'm talking about like, it's not like 1 or 2 videos and then he talks about another channel for another like 2 or 3 videos and then comes back and talks about royalty. No, this man has been dropping back to 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 back videos about royalty, folks. Wake up. Don't get into all this excuses that he tries to pull the racist card. He tries to jump all over the place to try to point the finger at other people and then use like any other derogatory way of trying to tell you, oh, that person is racist. That person dislikes black people. Like, when you're clearly, you have some kind of bias against royalty or some kind of obsession. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's in love with royalty. He really wants royalty's attention at this point.
In just a second, but I'm addressing the haters who want to encourage people being fat, and it's not cute. Yeah, Lizzo's a big girl, but let's be honest, she needs to lose weight for her health.
Now he's attacking Lizzo. Didn't I tell you guys he hates black women and fat people now? It's crazy, PJ. And he started this whole thing, by the way. Like, we shouldn't even be talking about anybody's weight, talking about people's color. But he likes to, I think he might be the racist one, because that's his only defense. Like, when he has no real legit way of talking, he just pulls like on any kind of identifiers, like people's weight, people's color. There's none of my videos talking about people's weight and people's color. I react to the words coming out of their own mouth. But that's something PJ is not really, doesn't have a really strong skill set at.
She'll look more beautiful. It's because she could die early of high blood pressure, of cholesterol, and high cholesterol in her artery.
And first of all, you're not a medical doctor. You're not licensed to provide any kind of medical advice. So you shouldn't be sitting here telling people that they can die of anything when you don't know, you don't have any real research or facts behind it. That might be the case for a small population of people that might fit a certain criteria, but not everybody that exercises and does diets actually loses weight either. So this man has no clue what he's talking about. All right, stop providing any kind of medical advice. You're not a medical expert. You have no medical background. Just because you exercise and that shit works for you doesn't mean it's going to work out for everybody else. Like this man, why, like I said, why are we even talking about people's weight, their exercise habits, their eating habits? Like none of that shit matters. It's all irrelevant, but you started it up.
Are choking, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop encouraging people to be fat. It's cool. Like, man, here's the thing, we all love girls with big booties, big breasts, little belly, little waist and all that, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them are unhealthy, and that's just what it is. We can talk about it, we can be about it. It's men out here like myself. I already know I'm not unhealthy, but I don't have the healthiest diet. You know, I drink beer, I eat fried chicken, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's healthy. Hey, McDonald's is good, but it kill you. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Y'all don't like to keep it real with yourself.
Eating anything in excess can kill you. Like, what is this? This is what I mean. This man is not, he's not a medical expert. He's not a nutritionist. He's not a dietitian. He's just talking out of his ass. Like, if you guys, people can die from anything, from eating anything in excess. Like, this dude has no clue what he's talking about. Almost all foods, if you eat them in high quantities, like if you eat too many fruits, that has too much sugar. You don't think you can get diabetes if you ate 30 apples or something like that? Like, and 30 apples, then you will have digestion problems. Like, this dude has no idea what he's talking about. He's just sitting on here making himself look like a complete fool.
At least, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about me fat shaming, but y'all accepting being fat. That's the problem. Don't accept being miserable, okay? If you think that if I'm
How do you know that fat people are miserable? I know a lot of fat people that are quite happy, actually. Like, what is this man talking about? Like, this man went from being a medical doctor to a nutritionist to a dietitian to now a psychologist to a psychiatrist. Like, this dude is all over the place. Now he's saying that if you're fat, that means you're miserable. Like, I know plenty of people that are overweight and they're quite happy with their life. They have a lot of success. Like, this man, I don't know why we're even talking about this. I thought this video was going to be about, you posted the background with CJ So Cool. You guys got to stop listening to what PJ says when it comes to weight, and we shouldn't even be talking about this stuff. And then he was trying to use the example, oh, we like, you know, we see what we like, that girls have a big butt and a small waist. Girls can get surgeries for that. People can get liposuction, can do BBLs. There's all kinds of surgeries to look a certain way. Doesn't mean that they are healthy either. Like, you don't know. There's too many variations to medical stuff. So this is what I mean. You shouldn't be sitting on here talking like you're some kind of expert when you're a complete idiot, has no clue what you're talking about. You don't have any expertise with nutritionist, dietitian, like nothing. This man is a YouTuber. Stick to that. This is what I mean. I don't know why you're jumping off topic.
I'm actually encouraging fat people to get out there and walk a mile. You know what I'm saying? I'm encouraging y'all. Hey, I'm a fat shame y'all all the way to the gym, okay? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a bunch.
All right, let me try to fast forward through this.
Of fat people out here dying earlier than shame somebody else. That don't make no sense. Hey, worked out. It would have never worked out because CJ admits to everybody online. I'm gonna tell you what he admit to. I'm gonna let y'all say it, but it would have never worked out because she likes gangsters and she can't deal with a man like this. She dealt with it for long enough, and she was like, you know what, this guy ain't right for me, so I'm gonna go find me a Rico, a blood in the NFL, a gang member, a grown ass gang member. I want y'all.
I thought he was a football player. Now he's a gang member.
To get Rico, one picture of Rico in his teenage years wearing red flags and banging. Because I guarantee you he turned blood when he was a grown-up, and we don't do that around here, young man. We do all that gang bang stuff at an adolescent age. But if you want to be a grown man and gang bang at 26 years old, and all of a sudden you big back being boo, man, do you, but that shit is corny. It's corny as a grown man, and that is why we get into CJ and why he's so cool. CJ's so corny because he said he is, but it's a reason why. It's kind of crazy that Royalty and CJ even matched up because she went from Gangsta Jamie to CJ So Cool. That don't make no sense right there. But let's get into it.
I never think of negative stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually, like you said, a family man, and I've always been positive online.
You know what's crazy? I see you all the time. And you don't have like security.
I know. Yeah.
But, like, dude, you gotta like
Now I move different now.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. It's just nuts because I see you and I'm like, man, it's just you're just a walking target.
But the space that I'm in, YouTube, is so rare. You never hear any YouTubers, going through things like this.
Yeah, you really never hear about. I mean, every now and then you might hear of a black YouTuber getting ran up on. You hear about Jake Paul getting ran up on by Floyd Mayweather, but that's some trash talking stuff. But you don't really hear about YouTubers being out there in the streets, and that's what I be telling y'all. Y'all act like y'all really in the streets when we all on the internet. Like, that's why I don't think Rico can be in. He's not in the streets. He's industry. He's not a real blood. Let's keep it real, man. You're faking. You're false flagging. So stop using all the gang language because you're not. Let's call some people from your hometown. I need to scoop on Rico. Is he a real blood or not? Because I guarantee you, he probably hung around some bloods, but he wasn't no real blood, man. And that's why I say royalty.
Well, CJ's the people that went and did the home invasion. That's like what they specialize in anyway. So they have a background. This isn't like their first rodeo or first incident. So I don't think it was really targeted. Like, I don't think they really just said, hey, we're gonna wake up today and just do a home invasion at CJ's house. They had already done it previously so many other times in different states. And they just target wealthy communities, and CJ happens to be in that wealthy community renting a house or whatever.
Like these crash dummy ghetto-fied thug dudes, and being with CJ was cringe-worthy to her because she's not used to that. It changed her life, yeah. It made her be the person she is, but y'all keep seeing that ratchetness come out. And y'all, it's not like it was never there. It was always there, but she was never on camera to show her personality. She said this.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I don't understand. If CJ knew that royalty is not his type, why would he have kids with her? Why wouldn't he just go find Alexi? Like, why waste your time all this time, many, many years, and stick around with royalty if that's not who he really wants to be with? Like, I just don't understand. Why would you continue in a direction you don't want to be in? Like, why would you drive down a road that is not going to lead to the destination you're heading to? Like, it doesn't make sense. He met royalty because he had no other choice. This is the real question. When he had first met royalty, let's say Lexi was around at that time, do you think Lexi would have accepted him at that time? Because people don't really answer these questions. Why couldn't he just get a Lexi then?
Said she always been ratchet, okay? But she ain't never been up. She ain't pick up her camera to show y'all. And now we just see how ghetto she is, eating frozen fried chicken. That's as ghetto as can be, okay?
Racist little white boys fans. Yeah, I'm trying to say.
No, I'm just saying, like, rappers, they have a different lifestyle. They have to expect something to happen at some point. But me being a YouTuber, I'm the corny guy. I have the jury, but I'm not out here like, representing this lifestyle where I'm ready for whatever and come try me. I don't do that.
See, I told y'all, he said he the corny guy. He is not for the smoke, okay? So he didn't put out no bad negative energy for him to get that. It was just some crash dummies who saw an opportunity and they took it. Now, unfortunately, it was CJ So Cool, and thank God that they were caught, okay? But let's put it out there. They saw him as an easy target because why? Because he's the corny guy.
I was 25 years old when I started
He was as tough as he was, and that's what a lot of people, y'all underestimate some people. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be the corny guy. You don't have to be a gang member. Listen, when a few years ago, when I started getting into the business sector, I had to change my look, my image. So a lot of people don't even know the crazy stuff I do.
I don't think CJ was targeted because if they were watching his videos, they would have known that this man exercises. He's around with all these guys that are constantly at the gym. But I think they just really went in there thinking that it's going to be probably some old couple that they can easily have the upper hand on. I don't think it was like, oh, we're just going to go because that's CJ So Cool's house. And no, they had already attacked several other homes.
I did prior to putting on a suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? I come straight from the hood with my friends and go, I come from the hood and go straight to business school. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get my stuff on, and they didn't even understand that prior to putting on this tie, we were sitting on the porch smoking weed with about 4 or 5 homies with guns and, more drugs and stuff like that. And that happened constantly through school. I'll be sitting in school. I don't know if y'all remember chirp phones, but when you was hustling, you used to have chirp phones. I get a chirp. You know what I'm saying? I'll be somewhere important. I'll get a chirp. And, hey, God, can I be da-da-da-da? And they're like, ooh, wee. You know what I'm saying? You hear that because, or maybe think it's, shout out to Anti-Hyena. She was talking about church phones the other day. And I was getting church of some live stuff, and I'm supposed to be handling business right now. And, like I said, sometimes you got to turn that stuff off. It's okay to be corny. I used to think like, dang, my friends, they see me come out the house with a suit and tie on. They be like, where you going? You look goofy. Untuck your shirt, da-da-da-da. Just weird stuff. But like I said, I was trying to change myself just like, CJ So Cool, he is who he is. I don't think he's ever been the hardcore gangster. You come from the hood, you just have hood mentalities. But if your mindset is not as a thug, it's not as you got to be the hardest person in the room, you won't ever have to be in that situation on a daily basis. You can change your image and change yourself and still have street smarts. You can be respected in the hood and you can be respected in the boardroom. But you don't have to gangbang. You don't have to go out there and prove your hoodness like that basketball player.
We don't know what CJ So Cool did in his younger years. We only know what he tells us. But he grew up in a rough area, so in a rough area, you pretty much got to adapt to the environment. Otherwise, you get left behind. So, we don't know the details, so I'm not really going to speak on that because, again, I don't know. He can just say whatever, and most of the people are just going to believe whatever he says.
What's his name? Something Williams. But anyway, dude's a crash dummy. He gets charged with assault. He gets charged with assault with a weapon. He's shooting at people. You know what I mean? He a 5-star recruit about to go to college. You about to throw it all away because you want to be hood. It's okay to be the corny NBA player. Stop trying to be somebody you ain't. That's what's wrong with you. A lot of y'all try to be somebody who you ain't. And this is why I'm here on this show, to tell y'all you can be who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? People tell me all the time, you too old to be doing YouTube. You too grown to be talking like that, man. Shut up. You too grown to be watching it.
It's crazy that PJ says you can do whatever you want to do, but PJ wants to tell me how to do my channel. Ain't that crazy? Like, he sits on here, he disagrees when people, I guess, give him criticism about how he should do, or why is he doing YouTube, why this, why that. But yet you're the one on your platform constantly telling me how I should do things, like how I should run my show, my channel. Like, how about you just put out your reaction videos, I'll put out my reaction videos, I react to your videos, I give my criticism, and we just keep it that way. But all this hypocrisy about you saying, oh, well, people tell me I should do this, I'm just going to keep it original to what I think is right. Well, that's exactly what I've been doing, and you've been criticizing all that, so I don't get it. Like, you put out this energy, and now you want to contradict yourself.
Or you too young to be watching me. That's just a fact of the matter. So if me and CJ is around the same age, I'm actually 4 years older than him. How is that any different from anybody else talking about him? Do I got to be 13 to talk about him? No. What is a 13-year-old doing talking about CJ So Cool? What is a 20-year-old talking about what CJ So Cool should do with himself? A 20-year-old has no life experience. None of these people telling they false narratives and false truths, nothing but lies, can tell a grown man how to act and how to respond.
Damn, now he's taking shots at nothing but the truth. God, PJ's out of control.
How to take accountability. Nobody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have life experiences. So I hate the narrative that y'all say, oh, you too old to be talking about this. Nah, some of this stuff need to be taught. Y'all up on the pedestal and y'all critical. Like fat shaming. You can't fat shame me about fat shaming somebody else. That makes no sense. Anyway, I know she was trying to throw shots at your boy, man, but hey, it's all good, man. Y'all know y'all can visit the Turkey Leg Cabana every Saturday. I wish I had a turkey leg.
All right, so PJ clearly didn't really talk too much about Lexi and CJ. I actually might have to drop a video and actually talk about that podcast that CJ So Cool dropped. I figured we can, do knock two birds with one stone in this video, since we get to hear what PJ is gonna say along with CJ. But it looks like your boy PJ just did a clickbait video pretty much. He kind of talked a little bit about it, talking about royalties, ratchet, and this and that. But like I said before, if she was ratchet, if she had all these red flags, why did CJ So Cool continue with her? Like, at any time, he could have broke up with her, they could have gotten a divorce or whatever, and he could have found himself a Lexi. But why is it now, when he's a multi-millionaire, he's so successful now, that suddenly he gets himself a Lexi? Why didn't he get a Lexi early on? Like, I don't know. Can somebody answer that question in the comment section? Why didn't he just get a Lexi early on instead of a royalty? If royalty's ratchet, she's bad, she's hood. She only likes thugs. Why be with her? Like, why? Why would you go through that? If he had not gone this route with royalty, I don't think he would have been successful. Imagine him making a change in direction, and instead of, starting a relationship with royalty, he had started with Lexi instead. Do you think it would be the same outcome as it is now? I don't think so. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching.